Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good Wednesday, everybody. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. We saw the aurora last night. Is there a chance that we could see it tonight? I'll get to that here very, very shortly. But the forecast for our area today is looking absolutely fantastic. That continues over the next several days, but we do have those rain chances creeping back into the forecast. I'll take a look at that here coming up very shortly as well. Let's get right into it. First off, let's take a look at our Arctic Air Skycam network, and let's talk about what you could be seeing with the aurora tonight. Right now, Lawrenceburg 61 degrees, dew point 40, and a little bit breezy outside. The thing that's going to be happening tonight is we're kind of in between getting into the geomagnetic storm, if you will. Last night, it was during the peak of the evening and going into the overnight hours that we actually got that first batch moved through. So that was perfect timing for us, and it ended up being stronger than what was anticipated. Today's, it should be happening in the next couple of hours. The Earth should start to feel the impacts of the bigger one that was coming, or the bigger CME, the coronal mass ejection, that's going to be hitting us later on today. That could leak into the night. So the next thing that you would do tonight is obviously look towards the horizon, try to get away from the city lights, just that light exposure in general, and you're going to have to use your camera again. I don't really anticipate us seeing a repeat of last night, but never say never. Space weather is very, very tricky to forecast. Like what we said, last night was not supposed to happen, and look what happened. So there's a chance that could happen again tonight. So just look towards the horizon once again, and you're going to be using your long exposure on your camera or your iPhone. Probably not going to be seeing it with the naked eye, unfortunately, with the peak happening mainly during the daytime today. That could be leaking into the evening hours tonight. So that's a little bit of the latest on the chance for the aurora once again tonight. So get outside, try to see it if you can. We'll have crystal clear skies, maybe just a few passing clouds like you see here on the Florence camera on the campus of the University of North Alabama. So would still be good viewing for the aurora tonight if we were to get it. Right now, I think that temperature is wrong. I'm pretty sure we're going to be in the 60s in Florence right now, and that will continue throughout the remainder of the day today. Here's Huntsville on the Arctic Air Skycam network, looking towards downtown Huntsville and towards the west. Got the Space Rocket Center down there in the distance. 56 right now in Huntsville on top of Montesano Mountain. 41 is the dew point. Got an east-northeasterly wind at 2 miles per hour. Taking a look at the kind of radar satellite composite across the entirety of the southeast right now. We have a cold front that's creeping in from the north. That's not going to be giving us rain chances, and really not increasing cloud cover that much either. Just some very wispy clouds at best. High pressure is still dominant across parts of the southeast, but it's kind of moved closer to the Gulf Coast right now. Temperatures are in the 60s for the most part. It is 61 in Florence, 61 here in Lawrenceburg, 61 in Lewisburg, 62 in Huntsville, also 62 in Athens, 63 down there in Decatur this afternoon. Just a few passing clouds, mostly just looking at abundant sunshine. Temperatures are getting up into the middle 60s for highs today. Here's your hometown forecast. High temperatures in Chapel Hill, 64, 66 in Columbia, 65 in Linville and Lawrenceburg, also 65 in Pulaski, 64 degrees down there in Collinwood across the state line. Things look like this: 65 in Huntsville, 66 in Athens, 67 over there in Florence and the Shoals, 66 degrees down there in Russellville along Highway 43. Evening forecast, a few patchy areas of fog could be possible later on this evening. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 40s, so if you do want to go out and try to see that aurora again tonight, if we are to get it, you'll need that jacket on hand. Overnight tonight, our temperatures will be dropped down to the upper 30s and lower 40s across the area, with that patchy area of fog continuing into your Thursday morning. Now, speaking of Thursday, a bit more cloud cover moving on in, but that won't hurt the high temperatures. We're getting back up into the middle and upper 60s for highs on your Thursday. 67 in Hazel Green and Meridianville, 67 in Athens, 69 over there in Florence and the Shoals, also 69 in Waynesboro, 72 over there in Savannah. Your weekend forecast, Friday is also looking dry, so keep that in mind. Saturday is dry as well and quite warm. We're getting up into the middle 70s for your Saturday. Still relatively nice for Sunday. Don't let that 20% fool you. Most places are going to be absolutely dry on your Sunday. Only a few passing light showers are possible, so if you do want to do anything outside on Sunday, you can. Just know that there might be a passing light shower or two. Now, rain chances over the next 7 days. Once we get into Sunday and Monday, that's that low-end rain chance. A slightly better rain chance possible on Tuesday. And I showed you what we were watching for next week. There's still a lot of flip-flopping going back and forth. Some models are showing another system moving through Wednesday into Thursday, but that could end up being Friday into Saturday. So there's going to be another system next week beyond the Monday and Tuesday system that we're dealing with. The question is right now, what day is that going to be, and could we be dealing with some heavy rainfall moving on through? That's TBD right now, but there will likely end up being another system at some point next week. Temperatures will continue to warm up, like I mentioned, getting up into the middle 70s by the time we hit Saturday. And even though the temperatures do take a little bit of a dip Monday and Tuesday, we're still going to be staying in the 60s to near 70 degrees probably through the remainder of next week. So no freezing temperatures expected anytime soon. Overnight lows will be getting up into the 50s once we approach next week. So the cold weather, it's going to come back obviously at some point, but right now we're continuing a warming trend across the Tennessee Valley and really the eastern United States once we get into the next several days. That's your latest forecast here for the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. If we do get to see the aurora tonight, obviously take some of those photos and shoot us a message on Facebook or Twitter, or I'd say Twitter, on X now, or just our social medias. We'll be very happy to be able to see your pictures and be able to share them if we can. So fingers crossed we get another aurora sighting tonight. If not, last night was absolutely fantastic. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in at 5 p.m. to have another full check on your forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Wednesday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.